Hi everybody, this is Mr. Phillips. I'm recording this video using that screencast program that I have mentioned that I've used in the past. I have just, a little while ago uploaded my little week 6 little update video announcement where I mentioned that I could either record my pretty face or record the screen. And it just occurred to me that I can actually do both. So you should be seeing my pretty face down there in the corner of the screen while the rest of the video is of my computer screen. So that's the way I'm going to do it. Not that you need to see my face, but I guess maybe it does make the video more personal, more human, whatever I can contribute here to it. So anyway, I want to introduce where we're at here for week 6. It's the descriptive essay, the core 2, the second essay that we're jumping into, and I just want to kind of give that little read through about the assignment, give some little advice or details about it above and beyond what might be actually listed in on the assignment on the screen here. So again, whichever way you want to click into the assignment, I'm here, obviously logged into Canvas here. You're seeing my screen. I'm on the home screen, list of all the previous announcements and everything. I'm just going to click into the assignments to click then into the core 2 essay. Scroll up and down here, the descriptive writing essay. So we'll click on this, and again, just kind of read through this so I can talk a little bit about what we're looking for here. It is descriptive writing. Obviously, that's what we're focusing on. What you're going to end up writing about in terms of your topic is always going to be up to you. Again, it's going to be up to you. I don't really have that many parameters for what it needs to be about or what you need to be describing. I don't really want to do that. And as I don't even remember if I mentioned this with the first essay, that is generally the way I like to do certain assignments, to have you let you pick your own topic within a certain range sometimes, just so that you, at the very least, are that much more inspired to write the essay. If you don't want to write the essay, then it's a lot harder to actually do it. So I want to give you a little bit of leeway. I always like to give people a little bit of, the leeway to pick their topic, maybe within a range, maybe within an overall field, um, so they can find something they're passionate about. So you can find something in terms of a subject matter that you are passionate about and interested in to make you want to write the essay. And I also think this generates better essays, because even if you're interested in a topic that I assign to you, you still tend to go through the motions a little bit. So with your own topic, you know what you want to tell me. You don't necessarily tell me what I want to hear. You know what you want to tell me about that topic. So that's why, for the most part, I'm going to, always let you pick your own topics here. So the descriptive essay, it is, again, it's one of the preliminary essays that I always assign, usually assign, I should say, maybe not always, in a Comp 1 class, because like the narrative essay, as a kind of still with your second essay, it's still a feeling out process for a lot of y'all to write full-length essays in a kind of a college or academic environment. It's still, for a lot of y'all, maybe a new experience to be writing essays like this. So I want the first couple essays usually to be an essay that anyone can do. And the way I say it that way, what I mean is, it doesn't require you to have that much prior knowledge or skills or education or experience with writing. It doesn't require you to know how to research. It doesn't require you to know how to do anything like that. Based on your own life, you can write this essay. So that's why, kind of philosophically, why I like to have the narrative essay, the descriptive essay sometimes as the first two that I assign in a Comp 1 class. And sometimes actually I flip-flop them. I'll do the descriptive first and the narrative second. And I think there's merit each way, but this, obviously this time we did the narrative first, and then we're doing the descriptive. So that's where we're at right now. I'm going to kind of reset my scroll here. So we're looking at a descriptive essay, your task, your overall, and by now with the second essay, y'all might just kind of recognize the basic layout of the assignment here. Your task to write an essay, personal voice. So we're still operating in a personal voice. This should be you and your personality coming through in your writing. I don't want you to feel obligated to try to elevate it into this formal academic style. I want this to be you telling your story. And when I say story, again, I don't necessarily mean the narrative style of the essay, but in the sense that this is your subject matter, it's your thing or whatever it is that you're going to be describing. I want this to be your personality, how this is meaningful to you. This is not, like I say, it should not be a very formal voice. personal voice never does or should not mean that you dispense with all of the rules of grammar and punctuation. We're not trying to completely do away with all that. So within, the parameters of standard American English, etc., expressing yourself the way that you want to. That's the way your voice should come across here. So you're incorporating, as necessary, narrative, again, kind of building on from the first essay. You can do them back and forth or flip-flopping in terms of a sequence. But now that you've already written a narrative essay, you should be building on those techniques, incorporating them, and then adding more techniques, descriptive techniques, by using your experience and, again, the reflection to develop some idea for your audience. The reflection, again, even though you might be describing something from the past, you are writing this essay now. You're not really writing it as whatever your thing that you're going to be writing about, not as the 10-year-old where you first saw it, or the 12-year-old or whatever. You are writing this essay now. So to some extent, you may be, and probably should be to some extent, reflecting on this thing that you're describing. So purpose, again, why we write these essays: to develop your personal voice, to develop that rhetorical context, which, again, I don't think I've really emphasized with the first essay, but it's your subject, your audience, and your purpose. Those three elements kind of working together. Your subject is your topic, whatever you're writing about. Your audience is who you're targeting, who you're writing to, and it's not me. I'm Mr. Phillips. I'm one person on the planet. But who are these people that you need to write this essay to? And that's going to be related to your subject. Who needs to read that essay about that thing that you're describing? And then your purpose. Think of it as a verb. What are you trying to accomplish with this essay? Are you trying to amuse, to explain, to frighten, to comfort? What is that thing that you're trying to accomplish? That verb, the effect that you want to have on your reader. And if it's just to tell, that's a little bit vague. Why do you want to tell me? That's really what your purpose is. So just to describe, well, that's the assignment, but what is your purpose in writing? What is your purpose in describing? So don't just say, well, I'm writing to describe such and such. Why are you writing to describe this? And again, it's not to get a grade. That's not your purpose. Your purpose for writing a good essay, what do you hope to accomplish with the essay for your reader? So imagine those three elements. Subject, audience, purpose, kind of related like a triangle. The three angles in a triangle. To select and arrange details from your experience, your observation, which are appropriate. And selecting and arranging the details, especially here, will be important. How do you want to arrange the details? Where do you want to put those details in your essay? So think about, as we start to talk about, you are describing something. You can operate visually, so you start from, and I'm looking to my left, start from the left and describe working your way across the scene to the right. If you walk into your bedroom, you look to your left and you describe as your eyes pan across the room to the right. Or if you walk into some other location, that might be the way your eyes operate. Maybe your eyes instead, as a way of arranging the material, maybe your eyes are drawn to one thing. You describe that, and then your eyes work outwards to describe or to see and then describe the rest of the scene. So what you're describing may affect or may influence how you arrange the details within your essay, the structure of the essay. To demonstrate your understanding and application of descriptive techniques, etc., emphasis on those sensory details, the 5 classic senses, however you want to phrase them: sight, sound, etc. Awareness of your audience, and obviously to improve your writing skills at each step. That's what we're doing here. So what you're doing, pick something to describe. And when I emphasize the word thing, I'm doing that deliberately. You should be describing a thing or a person or a place. It has to be or should be something concrete and physical. Don't try to describe a feeling. I can tell you that's almost a losing proposition right there. To try to describe love, it's hard to do. To try to describe a feeling of accomplishment, it's hard to do. To try to describe fear. I mean, a lot of writers do that, and then, they can do it very well, and I'm not saying that you can't, but this is a descriptive essay, so describe something concrete that we can look at and say, oh yeah, I see the details that you provided now. But if you're just describing what you feel when you're in love, well, it's hard to make me see or feel what you feel. But if you show me something or something you can hold in your hand and I can look at it and I can roll it around in my hands and use your description and say, oh yeah, I do see that. Huh, okay. Or if you describe something that I could drive up to, walk up to and say, wow, they really, yeah, that was a really good description. This is exactly accurate. That's what we're looking for this kind of essay. But don't just try to make me, like I say, try to describe a fear or a sense of failure or something. You can't describe a sense of failure that well. Hi, I just got interrupted here. So if you're watching this video, then apparently the editing process or the splicing of the two videos worked out well. So I apologize for that. Let me just pick up where I think I was. We are, for this descriptive essay, want you to pick something to describe, use your your description to support a persuasive thesis about it. The thesis, again, is the point of the essay. What are you hoping to make the reader realize? What is again, it's not quite the purpose of the essay. The thesis is your idea that you want us to understand. Your purpose is still kind of a verb, to amuse or whatever, but what do you want us to understand about your topic? There are no other limitations than that. Definitely pick a subject, something you can actually observe, something that you have observed maybe many times. Physical object, a person, a place is what I said a little while ago. An activity or an action I think could work, but don't try to describe an idea or a belief or an emotion. Something physical and observable. That's what we want. And as I was kind of implying or saying earlier, also something meaningful enough to you that it will support a meaningful thesis for you to write about. And what I said earlier, if you don't care enough about the topic to have some strong opinion about it, it's going to be hard for you to make us care about your topic. If you don't care, it's going to be hard to make us care. So as you do describe the thing or whatever it is, the person, place, thing, or whatever, just like a noun, develop your thesis about it. Why do you want us to understand this object, this activity, this place, the significance of it? So think about some examples a little down here. If you want to describe your bedroom, and I get this as a kind of a common topic sometimes, your bedroom. Why would you want to describe your bedroom? And some little formatting things, don't worry about that. But what would you want to tell us? Maybe you have an idea, something about privacy or comfort zones, messiness, personalities, um, ownership, something that is yours, the way personalities can be displayed through decorations or whatever. You would have an idea about a bedroom or bedrooms that you want to express to us. Describing your bedroom, you help us to understand why it is important to have a place, to have a personal place that is yours, or to have privacy, where anyone deserves privacy, where your bedroom becomes your place that you can close yourself off into and kind of close the door and the windows behind you, and you don't have the whole outside world intruding. So that becomes how and why you would write this essay, to kind of make us understand something about the importance of privacy. Or maybe you want to describe, grandma's cookies. Certainly you can describe the taste, the flavor, the smell, the crumbliness, or the texture of the cookies, the appearance. But by doing that, what can you make us understand about love or family traditions or holidays or any of these things? The circumstances why grandma would make those cookies. You can make us understand how important those events are, like say the family traditions or whatever. Getting that package of grandma's cookies in the mail every year, like that's what my grandmother did for me for many years. For us, she would always send us what we used to call that care package. We'd get it in December. It'd be full of cookies and homemade jellies and maybe, some little jars of mustard or something that she had either made or bought or something. Just, little knickknacks. But it meant so much. We would always look forward to Grandma's care package. So maybe by describing her cookies, you can make us understand something about family or traditions like that. Heavy metal concert, make us understand something about art or cutting loose or something like that. Cliques, little social groups that you belong to or that you drift in and out of or something. So you want to, use your thing that you're describing to make us understand a larger point. I'm already kind of running out on this video. Some of this, basically the same elements as the previous assignments, basic process are going to do the same thing. We're still going to be using, some of these, the analytic rubric from last time, and which I am still going to be grading. So I'm going to end this recording and get this up onto Canvas. And again, you will be hearing from me and getting some more materials from me very shortly. So keep working hard. Talk to you soon. Take care.